Hello guys and welcome to this new video. Now, one of the questions I get the most is, EmilZy, when do I build Thebes? EmilZy, when is it good to go Thebes? Thebes, EmilZy Thebes. And yeah, I just wanted to make a video so I can send that to all you guys that ask on when you actually want to buy Thebes. But I also want to say that the whole Thebes topic is super complex and it's a very game specific scenario. But I'm going to try and give you guys a good outline of when to build Thebes and when not to build Thebes. And I think the best way you can learn it besides this video is try and watch me, try and watch other pro support players play and see when they build Thebes and when they don't. And then ask yourself, why would they build Thebes or why wouldn't they build Thebes doing this rule set I'm going to give to you. So the first rule about Thebes that pretty much applies to every game. Of course, there's many exceptions to this rule as there is with like Thebes because it's so game dependent. But if there's more kills in the game than there's minutes, it's usually not a good idea to build Thebes. Now, why is it not a good idea to go Thebes if there's so many kills? So let's say there's like 10 kills and there's 8 minutes in the game. And you're like, oh, am I going to go Thebes? Am I going to go Sovereignty? Am I going to go Hardward? You probably don't want to go Thebes. Because there's so many kills early on, that means there's a lot of fighting. And Thebes is not designed to fight. Thebes is designed to be this item that you build when you're just kind of chilling in the early game. It sets you up for a super strong mid game. So you definitely want to watch out with like building it when there is a lot of kills. Now this is just the base rule. You can ask it to yourself. It pretty much, it's like a general really good rule that you can use. But let's say that you can ask yourself, am I going to build Thebes this game? And let's say you just ask yourself that 8 minutes in, but there's 12 kills, maybe 10 of the kills are in the solo lane. Maybe you can still build Thebes then, because it's not around you, but Thebes is this item you have to be extremely cautious about building because it makes you super squishy and the enemies can abuse you very hard. Thebes is insane once it gets stacked, but the way to stack it is super, super hard. One thing we do a lot when I see someone build Thebes in competitive environments is that I say, all right guys, well we should try and pull the gold fury because I just finished my sovereignty and this guy just finished his gauntlet of Thebes, so our fight is going to be a lot stronger and this guy is going to be super squishy. So watch out for these things as well. Moving on to rule number 2, if you're playing against an early game composition that has like really high pick potential on you, you probably shouldn't go Thebes. Now, what is an early high pressure comp? We're watching Amaterasu right now. It could be, let's say, them is playing Amaterasu support, they're playing like Thanatos, maybe they're playing a Ramit or something, and his ult does a lot of damage if you don't have protections early on. Then you probably don't want to go Thebes because they can punish you super hard. Maybe you're playing Bacchus or you're playing, let me think, you have Athena or something like that, and you're playing against an Ares. Well, you probably don't want to build Thebes either then because you have a really hard time doing something if you get pulled. Well, Athena you can kind of ult away, but you might still die in your ult duration. So in those kind of scenarios, you don't want to build Thebes because then the enemies can just punish you too hard. So try and look at the enemy team composition and ask yourself, how easy am I to kill for the enemy team? And if the answer is you're too easy, you probably shouldn't build Thebes. You should go for a more defensive option. Rule number 3. If your team needs you to be tanky early on, you should not go Thebes no matter how chill the game might seem. It might be that there's 0 kills, 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and you're like, oh yeah, well this looks like a Thebes game. The other team can't really kill me or whatever, so I can go Thebes. And sure you can, but the thing is in that whole duration where you're building Thebes, maybe your team wanted to be aggressive. Maybe your team wanted to invade stuff. But because you're building Thebes and the other support has Hardward or Sovereignty or something third, you're not going to have a superior fight. And that means you're going to slow the game pace down a lot. So if the team needs you to be tanky to achieve goals in the early game, if you have an early or mid game composition, it's probably not a good thing to go Thebes. All right, that was rule number 3. Moving on to rule number 4. And I think this pretty much just goes in line with all the other rules, but it's a bit it's a bit out there, you know, compared to the other rules. But rule number 4, if the enemy support is building Thebes, you have 2 options. Either A, you can build Sovereignty, Hardward, another aura item, maybe even Stone of Binding, and you can look to kill the support over and over again, and that way his advantage he's getting of the Thebes stacks is really, really small, because he doesn't get time to stack his Thebes because he's in base, and the gold that he's going to lose from you guys invading buffs, doing gold fairies, getting towers, is going to be a lot lower than what his team is going to gain. Or you can build Thebes yourself, and if you decide to do that, you're going to slow down the pace a lot. Rule number 5, and this is, I think, the most important rule. Usually it's never bad to build Thebes as like a 5th item. Let's say I'm playing Amaterasu here. I have my Guardian's Blessing. I got my Aura scoring. I just got my Mantle of Discord. Let's say in this case it's a Spirit Robe. So let me see if I can find that. So let's say in this case I got my Spirit Robe on, and I'm like, all right, well, the game is slowing down now. We're kind of dancing around FG. And maybe you get that Fire Giant, or maybe you have a big lead, so you're pushing, or maybe the enemy team is so far ahead, and you're just kind of giving up the Fire Giant, and they're waiting for the Fire Giant. So what you can do is you can possibly go Thebes. You can build the Thebes, and it's going to surprise a lot of people how easy it actually is to stack Thebes in the late game. It's way easier, because you're pushing stuff, you're leeching stuff, you're the support, you're under-leveled. People want to share with you because everyone else is level 20. You can stack Thebes in one single Phoenix push, and you have like 25 stacks, and it's fine, because it's gonna get stacked of kills as well. But please don't just go back and buy Thebes right before a Fire Giant fight and you have like 2,400 gold. Then probably you could like buy a Hydronemian, Relic Dagger, Magi's Blessing, anything else. But you can actually buy Thebes late game, and I think it's really undervalued. So those are like the base rules for Thebes. Now, of course, there's exceptions to every rule, and it really depends on every single game, but I hope this is a really nice outline for you guys to know when to build Thebes and when not to build Thebes. But the overall question you gotta ask yourself before you ask yourself about all these rules is that you gotta ask yourself, will my team in the long term benefit from me building Thebes now? And if the answer to that question is no, because the other team is gonna get gold fairies and buff invades, because you cannot defend, because you know you're weaker than them, because you built Thebes and the other support doesn't have Thebes, then you probably don't want to get it. But if you say, yes, it's a long-term benefit because they can't invade buffs, or because that he's going Thebes as well, or because we're just ahead right now, then go ahead and build Thebes. Thebes is a snowball item if you're ahead, and it's fine, but just please be aware, you're not going to be as tanky as you think you are. But that's the general question you have to ask yourself, and then it's not bad. It's not bad at all to build Thebes late in the right scenario. So ask yourself these 5 rules. We'll list them up here, somewhere there. And that's pretty much it. Ask yourself this question. And everyone, I hope you have a good day. If you have any more questions about Thebes, post a link down there. But again, generally, either you go Thebes first, or then you go Thebes 4th or 5th item. Getting Thebes like 2nd or 3rd item, bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. You need protections in the mid game. Don't go Thebes after Sovereignty and Hard Ward, or just after Sovereignty. It's bad. Please don't do it. But yeah, again, if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. And that's pretty much it. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you want more of these in-depth item explanations, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell. And until next time, everyone, peace out.